All right.
Yeah, we can start.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Welcome, everyone. My name is Mila de la Cruz. My full name is Miladis, but I go by Mila de la Cruz. And then I would like to thank Alma and Elisa for inviting me to present for the Orlando Salesforce Administration Group. I'm very excited to be here, and also excited about the Spring 26 release because it's one of the most AI and flow heavy releases that we have. So the intention for this section is to be practical, administrator oriented, and demo friendly. So since there's a lot to cover, because I practically like everything, so we're gonna dive into it, and this is the agenda. Of course, already welcome everybody again. For the introductions, I'm gonna do a quick intro of myself about me, and then since we don't have much time to cover everything, I was thinking that anybody who like to introduce themselves, they can utilize the chat and put up, a quick intro about them, so that way we all can get to know each other. It's up to you. And so the topics that we're gonna cover is flows, enhancements, agent force, and AI in setup, reports and dashboards, user interface and security updates. Gonna do a live demo. Hopefully, we'll have time. Keep me honest with the timing. For the Kahoot, Aman is gonna have some ideas, so we may need to adjust that. Depends on how it goes. So we will have a Q&A sessions and the resources and sources that I use for these presentations. Okay, so let's move on. If my computer responds, okay, there we are. Again, my name is Mila. I'm a certified Salesforce administration for 7 years. I got my certification in 2018. I have my background in CRM, Service Cloud, field service, and supporting sales and marketing operations has been more of my enhanced experience, and very passionate about community learning and empowering new administrations like me and others. So that's what I like. For hobbies, I like reading, walking, going to the beach is my favorite of all, but then I don't have much time, and I live in Orlando. There's no beaches around here, so it's a little bit difficult with the traffic, and of course, spending family time. So I hope to hear from you in the chat what you like, what are your hobbies, so we will can check that out later. Okay, thank you. And let's dive in. My computer's a little bit slow, so I apologize for that. I don't know. Okay, there it is. Alrighty then. Here's the first one. I have two screens, so I may switch between the two, depending on how it goes. So basically, the first thing that we're gonna cover is about flow enhancements, and it is about the message component. They added this message component, and this enhancement is to allows for branded messages, right, to be more accessible and consistent, which is big for compliance. So now how you configure it, you look at right here on the components, you drag the message into the screen, and then you can configure it right here, right? And then also you have the option to do conditional visibility, to show the message only when it's needed. And that is a big thing for people that have to disclose or make it more accessible or more visible. So before they use for this, we used to use the display text arrow approach, but this makes it way so much easier. So let's move on into the next one. So the next one is the styling overrides. And this enhancement, what it does, it seems simple. Like when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's cute, right? But what it is if you want to call the attention of the users, then now you have the background colors that you can configure here, right? So like at this submit button, they put it like it in a very kind of like a flashy pink. So it's this helps to make the experience of the user better, and then it looks like a like an app experience, right? So people that are usually in marketing, they can play with the colors and make it the spacing differently and the formatting, and there's no code requirement. So before, you will need to, if you wanted to customize it in a way that looks like an app look like, you will need to use a lightning webs or other type of tools to make it happen, and now it's just available. So that is a good one to have. And the next one, and this is the collapsible branching. And what it does is it improves the way that the canvas is organized right here. If you can see, it has like a arrow down, and that means that you collapse a whole session. Before, we needed to kind of like drag the screen and go over. So when you have complex flow, it becomes a little bit confusing, but this is very helpful when you're building multi-path flows or orchestration, which we're going to talk about also ahead, and then I will have a demo about it. So it's pretty simple, but it's very helpful. So it's less scrolling, and it helps a lot. I like it a lot. And let's move into the next one. Continuing on the flow and enhancement, because there's a lot to pack there. This request for approval is also a big change because you control the experience. Here, basically, you will not have to jump between pages or hunting for the approval button. So this is not just for record pages, but it works with the screen flows too, right? So it's great for like discounts for approvals, HR requests, service escalation, all that, field service work orders. So, and it makes it faster and reduce the clicks and less confusion. And basically how it works right here again on the components is already available, and it's a drag and drop right there. And then it will allows you for you to configure. And let's move on. Continue here because flows has a lot. For the flows enhancement, I added also this flow orchestration now, and they just made that announcement that is free. So this is, I think I'm sharing the wrong screen. Hold on. Probably I did not copy the one that it was. I think I did not save the right screen for this one, but let me go back here. But in flow orchestration, we're gonna demo this. This is not the correct screen. I thought that I copy paste the other one, so disregard that. I will need to correct that. But basically what it does is it's good to build multi-step, multi-user, multi-stage processes. And this is one of the biggest announcements because it's free now. Before, there was a cost to it, and it was quite high. So if it used to be very complex, I have not experienced it, but now that it's free, I will definitely, go for it. And it's great when you need it. Let me see. Like I said, we're gonna have a demo about that. This one, I just want to point it out because these are other top flow highlights, but we don't have time to dive into the details. But let's say if you have this, which is MuleSoft for Flow, now you can get structured data directly in Flow. So basically what it does, let's say you have a contract, a photo ID that somebody uploads through your Flow, then it captures the information. Oh, I clicked the wrong one, sorry. it captures the information, and then it creates a record. So if somebody uploads a document, so that is a great highlight for people that works with a lot of documentation. So I thought that would be good to have it for us, um, and for people if you guys work with documentation. I don't, but I really like that idea. And then there's also the enhance for scheduling. And what it this does is, before there was not many options. You can only schedule it daily or weekly schedules, and now you can do it hourly, weekly, monthly, or yearly. So you have many options to schedule your flows, and this is great for member onboarding. By monthly buying cycles and renewal segmentations and more. So great highlight right here. Great options. It's well packed with a lot of things. And now we move into the topic of the day, which is Agent Force for Salesforce. So they have a new setup page now, which is AI power admin productivity. And this is part of the Salesforce agentic enterprise vision. And this is especially helpful for solo admins and or small teams, right? And the people that actually right now have, Agent Force already set up in the org. And pretty much what it does is, right here you describe on the search box what you need to do, and then it has like a guided conversational support for the administrator. So right here, this instruction on how to set it up. Pretty simple, but you can do many things with it, and it practically use natural language. You can ask the agent to perform setup tasks and get recommendations based on your activity. So pretty much you control the experience now. No more jumping between pages or hunting for approvals and stuff like that. So right here, there you are. You have a new setup page for Agent Force. Let me see. This is another setup with Agent Force, and this is to streamline any admin tasks. And same here, you use natural language. This is not. They emphasize that this is not replacing administrators. That is just a productivity booster, right? And as always, if you have it, you have Agent Force, then you will need to test this in a sandbox. It is available on every page, and you can chat with the agent in the Agent Force panel. And then going through setup and it's like having a conversation, and it can transition into a full experience. And then because it will open different console tabs, so it's quite cool. And right here you can say create a custom create a custom object name for whatever name you would like, and then we'll propose the data model for audit. And right here you can see all the options. Then you have the option to create it, and then also recommendations. So they're going really heavy on Agent Force, as we know, and pretty much improving every time with every release. Let's go. And then now we move into reports and dashboards. And this is another one that kind of like it looks simple, but it's very helpful. And pretty much what it does is that now it's a huge time savers for administrators who has many dashboards, right? Because it ensures that the tables in the dashboard retain the same configuration as the report. And it's very simple. You just need to click right here. It says use the table settings from the report, and it passes everything into it. So now you don't have to kind of like be configuring both of them. So this is another feature, that's great for dashboard building, and then you will have less manual adjustment and more consistent reporting. And let's move on into the next one. And continuing with reports and dashboards, this is another one that personally we experience in my area of work, since now everything, with PII, security, all the things that goes in the news, the more that you can protect yourself and your company, the better. And right now, it allows to put custom disclaimer on exported reports. So this protects the company legally after the confidential information. You basically to configure this, right? You go into setup, quick find box, and then reports and dashboard, and you click on this right here, use custom disclaimer on exported reports. And after the Salesforce confidential information disclaimer, then you can add your information. Like this one, it says internal use only. So this supports compliance and legal requirements, and it gives consistency message across for all exported data. I know of some cases of some bad actors that they export reports to steal data from the company. It happens, in some companies. So basically, this will give a protection, so people will know, well, now you're legally liable for it. So this is, I really like this one a lot. And let's move on. If my computer's allows. Okay. And then right here for report and dashboards, this is also one of these ones that allows you now, when you go to add, let's say when you wanna basically share reports. Before, you only look for the username, right? But now they added, no, I'm sorry, excuse me. Before, it only gives you the name, but now you can add the username. And that allows you to match, because sometimes when you have like the same person, let's say you have three Mila, you didn't know which one to select. But now you can match it with the username for that user, and this is make it faster again, and it's more accurate for access management. And it's very helpful as well, and it reinforces the importance of least privilege access, and especially for admins that have like a large or many users, thousands of users, large orgs with many users. So this is very helpful because in my case, we do have a large org, and we have many users, and then there's many names that they repeat. So this is going to be very helpful for that, for reporting purposes. All right, and now we're moving into another topic, is the user interface. This is one of my favorites too. I know I say that everything is my favorite, but this is one of my favorites, for real. It's the arrow console. Now we have we will have, I mean, now the people that have it already in the org, is this page that actually show both all the error, like both fatal and non-fatal, in one place. So this is make it easier to figure it out, where the things are happening, how to find them, and then it gives you the page, all of them. So it's fast for troubleshooting. It helps with reporting, and it's a better visibility for the administrators and the developer team. And the way to set it up is you go to setup, search user interface, and it's very simple. You just have to click on this checkbox right here, And it says use Error Console for error reporting and lightning experience. And voila, now you have all the errors. And then this one, you'll be able to have it available in a console that you can check everything that is going on your pages. So I hope it'll be one of your favorites too. And let me move on. And, oh, sorry. And for security is I selected the new Shield experience for event monitoring because they made an enhancement to it. And then from that app, you can quick navigate into the several pages and to, go through field audits, audit trails, use the data dictates and field histories. It has a lot of options, right? But this is now it has a simplified navigation. It's faster to access to get your security insights, and it has a better visibility for the security team. So as we see so many in the news, we see a lot of security breach for a lot of orgs. So I thought that this would be a good thing to highlight. That is that these enhancements are getting way better, and it gives everybody a better experience. So I hope you like it too. Alrighty then, let's continue because we have a lot, like I said, to cover. And then we're gonna demo the flow orchestration, which I mentioned is free now, no add-on requires, and so let me get in. I think I shared the wrong. I'm not sure I shared the right presentation since I was having like a technical difficulties, but I will bring this on now. This is a video and it's very interesting. At first, I thought about it to kind of like cut it, but then after Amma saw it, she's like, "No, go ahead, all of it." So I'm gonna.
Yeah, that is a great one for everyone.
Uh-huh. So let me bring it on here. Let's see. I got it from this page. I was planning to make one, but when I saw this, I like it so much that I decided, no, this is it. So let me see if you can hear it.
We still can see the demo slide, Mila.
Oh, you cannot see. Oh, I had to stop sharing. Hold on.
Yes.
And then reshare again. Give me
Mhm.
one moment. All right. Let me know if you can see flow orchestration overview.
Yeah,
Okay,
we can.
great. All right. So there is.
Hi, my name is Ruben Roy, and I'm a product manager on the Flow team, where
Can
I
you
lead Flow
hear?
orchestration. Today,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a little harbor tour of some of the cool things Flow
No, but
orchestration can
I
do.
mean, sorry to interrupt. Can you hear the
Yeah, we can hear the audio.
okay, my audio or the art or the video audio?
Video audio.
Okay, great. I cannot. Okay.
Focus on what makes it so unique in our suite of automation products. First, we need to access Flow orchestration. In order to do that, it's pretty easy. You can do one of two things. You can go to Setup, like we are right now, type in Flows, and click on your orchestration, or you can go to the automation app and go to the orchestration tab right here. In this case, we're going to navigate to the orchestration via setup. Now you can see that we have a recruiting orchestration. And at first glance, if you haven't used orchestrations before, you might notice that it looks a little bit similar to a flow. In fact, we are in Flow Builder right now. So some of the traditional best practices that you've used around organizing a flow on a canvas can apply here. But flows and orchestrations are fundamentally different. Orchestrations are designed to automate entire processes, whereas flows are designed to automate tasks. Moreover, orchestrations are designed to be often weeks long in running and multi-user. But what does that mean? Well, let's take a look at an example. Here, we have a position object that is being created, and when it is created, we're going to launch a orchestration. That's what the point of the record triggered orchestration is. Now, you see these elements here that look a little bit different than what you're used to seeing in a traditional flow. These are called stages. A stage is comprised of a series of steps, and a step is either interactive, which means it is a screen flow, or it's a background step, which means it's an auto-launched flow. So you can think of a stage as a set of flows, and each of those flows corresponds to a step. Think of each of these as like a position in a flow chart for a long-running process. In this case, we have a stage for recruiter screening. So let's take a look at what happens when we do that recruiter screening. First, a user is going to create a job application. This is one of the user personas that we have. In fact, we can click into Flow Builder and actually see the screens that they're going to see. In this case, it's for a candidate to enter their information and then go on from there. Then we have another user persona, in this case, the hiring manager, who's going to want to notify the candidate as soon as they get a job interview. This is an auto-launched flow because there's no UI needed. It's just an automatic email. Then finally is the recruiter phone screen. This is an interactive step because that same recruiter is going to want to make sure that they're entering all of the details from the job application into the system to track the applicant. Now, in an orchestration, there are effectively two elements. You can have stages and you can have decisions. Decisions can route you to different sets of stages. In this case, after the initial phone screen happens, there are two positions on the flowchart. Either they are going to proceed with the candidate to the next stage of the interview, or the default outcome, which is that the candidate is rejected. In order to make sure this happens, we are going to go to the hiring manager interview stage, and we're going to take a look at what happens here. So this stage is basically the box in your flowchart that would say what happens once someone is qualified for the job. The background step is going to notify the candidate once the hiring manager is actually doing the interview. So again, this is an auto-launched flow. All it's going to do is send an email. And then similar to the phone screen, the hiring manager review is going to feature a UI where the hiring manager can log all of the feedback that they give for the candidate. For example, what was their experience, leadership skills, etc., and then that's logged into the record. Again, another decision, which is designed to assess whether or not the candidate is qualified, and all leading to the either final outcome, which is yes, hopefully the candidate gets an offer, or a default outcome, which is that they will not get an offer, the candidate is rejected, and they are sent an email thanking them for their interest. So what did we see here? We saw that flow orchestrations run over a period of weeks. This process, as I'm sure we're all aware, can take an extremely long time because every organization wants to hire the right person and every candidate wants to make sure they're a fit. It's also multi-user. Unlike flows, this orchestration spanned several different user personas, all of which were interacting with this flow orchestration. The way that they interacted with it was by using the different types of interactive steps. Some of those interactive steps were for recruiters, and some of those interactive steps were for applicants. This is one of the many examples of the really powerful capabilities of flow orchestration. And we've seen companies and customers make incredible orchestrations powering extremely complex business processes. For example, there are major airlines that use orchestrations in order to guide their customers through the entire experience of booking a ticket. This is a really powerful capability, and if you want to get started, we've linked some trailheads below. In the meanwhile, we would recommend always creating a flowchart in order to diagram out your logical thinking before you actually go in to create your first orchestration. Thanks so much for the time, and please feel free to reach out with any questions.
Yeah, that's a nice one, Mila.
All right. I hope you like it. It's a great it is a great add-on to it, and now it's free, totally free. And as he mentioned, it's great for multi-user, multi-stage uh, processes. So let me reshare again here.
About the Kahoot, I have prepared a Kahoot. Maybe we can do that one because we have less than 10 participants.
All right.
So,
All right. So I pass that on into you. Can you see still my screen?
no, I can share my screen. Guys, I hope all of you are familiar with Kahoot. Let me first start it and share my screen. So,
All right, let me stop sharing.
mhm.
Already then. Pass it on to you for
Okay, can you see my screen?
yes.
Yes.
So there is this game pin, and if you haven't been using Kahoot before, just type kahoot.com in your browser or your mobile. Mobile would be so easy. And then enter the game pin. Kahoot dot not dot com, Kahoot.it. Let me share the link here in the chat as well. I can see people joined. And we are going to select the winner as well, the first person, so we can give away a certification voucher. Okay, I can see people joining. Is how many? We have 9 participants, so I would like to see 7 on the board, excluding me and Mila.
Should I also not play then?
You can play, but if you win, we'll select the second
Yeah, of
person.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta
I'm not playing because I know the answers. And I can't play while I'm doing the game. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more who's not here. Anyone else joining? I can see D, Anastasia. Nikki. Who is Happy Camper? I think let's start, right?
Yeah, let's get started.
Let's start. Okay. So this is fastest fingers first. So try to answer. Okay, we have everyone. Try to answer as soon as possible and try to answer the correct one as soon as possible. So let me start. Let's go. Which new flow feature helps admins create accessible alerts for screen readers? Okay, I can see answers. 3. Okay. All those who answers, like all of you, most of you got it. Only one wrong. That's fine. Let's see. Okay, what's happy camper? Okay, let's go to the next one. Five answers. Others. Okay. Okay, nice. Okay, D went up. Nice. Next question.
Now I'm thinking that I made it too easy.
Great. Everyone got it. Nice.
Yes.
Okay, D, following by Elisa.
I like the background music.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone got that as well. That was the last question. So I think that was the last question, yeah? Oh no, this is the last question. Okay. Nice, everyone was listening properly.
Happy to hear that.
Yeah. Petra. Anna, nice. Okay, congratulations, guys. So, as Alicia is a group leader, we can't give the certification voucher. So, the voucher winner is Anna, Anastasia.
Congratulations.
So, what you can do is, Anna, send me your Trailblazer email address so I can share the voucher. So, I'm stop sharing so Mina can continue with the Q&A. Oh, yeah.
All right, that was fun.
Mhm. Yeah.
That was fun. And I'm happy that everybody's paying attention. That makes me.
That's so
And
good.
and then also that I was concerned that I made it too easy, I mean.
But that's fine. I think as everyone pay attention, they were able to answer. Even though it is easy, if it is easy also, if they not pay attention, then they will not able to answer.
Yes. Hold on for a second. Let me see if you can see the screen where I had it here. I added here. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I had it covered here. So those are all the questions that I submitted to Alma. So pretty much this covers everything that I selected as to be a good highlight for us to go over. And if we kind of do a resume of what it is pretty much this Spring 26 it's like a formula of AI plus automation plus admin empowerment. So it continues showing how Salesforce is shifting to AI driven productivity, and it gives administrator more automation tools, more automation power, improving the user experience, and reducing manual work across the platform. I think we can see that pretty clear that is the direction that Salesforce is going to. And then I really like it. I really like this release, and I hope you do too. So I have one more thing to show you, but we're gonna stop right here to see if you have any other questions. And then we're gonna count one, we're gonna count two, and we're gonna count three. So, well, great. That means that we kind of been covering this really well. So I appreciate you all. And the other thing that I would like to show you, it is this great matrix that I found in one of the Salesforce official release group. And I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. But what it does is great. I found it to be, I hope my, it opens up. Let me try to open this. If not, then I will have to do it separately. What it does is you can
Maybe
search by topics. Huh?
you need to reshare, I think, because still we
Okay.
are in the presentation.
Yeah. Give me one moment. Let me see if I can open it from here. I did. It's coming up. It's kind of slow. Very slow. So I'm gonna reshare again. And it did not open.
Oh.
Give me one moment. It did not. But I will share the link in the presentation. And what it does is that you can go ahead and search by topics and by your org, right? Let's say if you have field service, right? It has all in an Excel file, right? And all the releases related to the type of org that you have, you just type field service and it will give you a link to everything. Or if you want to find out about like in this case reports and dashboards, or you want to find out about field serve, I already said that, like a service or sales or data cloud, you can search by the topic that you're interested in, and it has a link. So it's going to be shared on the presentation that I gave Amma, so you can go ahead and open
Yeah, I
it.
shared it in the chat.
Oh, you did it. Oh, thank you. I didn't see that. So
Yeah,
now
we have to download it. So I shared in the chat.
All right, great. Thank you, Amma, for doing that. Appreciate it. Let me see if I can grab it here quickly. And I can share it with you guys. It's opening. There it is.
Yeah.
So this lady, she really did a great job putting all this together. As I was saying, if you want to like a search by topic, right here it tells you the feature, the keys, the product family, the product, everything, if it is enabled, if it's not, if it is required or not. And let's say we in this case you can see has everything about Agent Force, everything about analytics. If you're in commerce, development, it is amazing. And this is a field service. I was talking about field service because my org is field service, so that I'm working right now, and it's also by industries. And pretty much you just have to type like here. Let's say if you want to go to reports, this is the one. You can find everything related to reports, all of it, right? And there you are. That's the part that I selected right here. It has all the links about. Then you click here, and it will take you to the topic, to the pages, which are all Salesforce official. And I found this to be one of my favorite ones when I was doing the research for this presentation, and I hope it will be something that will be helpful to you all also as well. And let me go back into here. I'm gonna stop sharing again and go back into the presentation. It's share screen. It's a little back and forth with the sharing. So there you are. I hope that you like that. And here are all the resources that I used for this. Mostly it was everything, the official release overview deck, the notes. Also, I utilized the Salesforce Ben, which most of us are familiar. And you already saw the video for the orchestration and everything about this group. That's where I found that matrix. And thank you. This will do it for me. I really appreciated you listening, and I hope you enjoy it, and then you can utilize it in your org. I really enjoy doing this for the team, and I learned a lot in the process as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mila, for doing this, and you did an amazing job.
Thank you.
And the resources